Yay. And there's Maureen. Maureen's in the car. Oh
I'm in
no.
the car. I'm on the way home.
Oh. Hey, do you know Myra Cheadle?
Um,
Myra, she's an Avon representative.
I think I've heard of her. Yes.
She posted herself with one of these, and I thought, oh my God, what a good idea. And I bought one, and it's even blue. This is like the best thing ever. Have
Is
you
it?
seen these? Oh my
I
God, did
have
you?
seen that, but
I don't know why cooling your head works, but it does. It feels like your whole body's cool if your head's cool. This is
right.
like the best thing ever. Where in the hell was this during menopause? Hey, it's this
How
thing
are
right.
you?
How are you?
Good.
Oh, this is the awesomest thing ever.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh,
So I know what you're bringing to Vegas.
oh, I'm definitely bringing that. Yeah. I was just using it for I just did a bunch of errands and come in from the store, lugging a bunch of stuff in, and I was getting sweaty and I had to be on a Zoom at 12. So I put that on and it cooled me down so it didn't look all funny. Like, yay! Oh, yay. Yay. Oh, well, I had what frustrating experience at the store I had though. Um
Why?
Not frustrating to me, but I the reason the Blue Hair book even got written was because of this kind of thing. I'm standing behind a lady that I know from my town, right? She's 40, maybe young 40. She's got a 10-year-old, right?
Right.
And she didn't have enough money to check out on her card. So she checked all out. Then she had to ask him to put some back. Then she had to ask him to put it aside. And it was a mess. And what she said is uh, she's separated from her husband, but they're living in the same house together. But this woman's never worked. So
So,
she said her estranged husband and her are living together because she doesn't have a way to live on her own.
right.
She's trying to get a loan from the bank they're not going to give her a loan. She doesn't work to buy the house that she wants. And I'm thinking to myself, you need to lower your standards, my love. I didn't even know what to say. And she said, so her husband, her estranged husband, has her on a budget for the grocery store and the poor lady doesn't know how to live poor. So she's got organic fruit and wine and all kind of stuff, and then she's over by $8. She has to call him, and
Oh
oh,
boy.
and I said, I don't mean to be insensitive here. She wants to remodel and do her house because it's a historic house, and I said, I hate to say this, but you don't need a project. You need an income, like a big one. Oh, but that's exactly why I wrote the Blue Hair book. That's a pet peeve of mine. So she's in a spot of her own creating and doesn't even know. She doesn't have any idea that she created that. She does no backup plan.
Right.
She wants to leave him, but how can she do that?
Oh,
She doesn't have a way to support herself. She thinks that they're going to give her a loan at the bank because her idea is really good, but that's not how that works. It's like, oh, that's so
you're
frustrating.
ready for it.
Oh, you're breaking up, Maureen. I can't hear what you're saying. I think you're going to have to tell me when you park because I can't hear you. Hey,
Okay.
Valerie,
Hey, how are you?
how are you?
Good, good, good.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that you heard. It's frustrating. I ran into this lady. She's probably young, 40. She's got a 10-year-old, I think it is, at home. Um, wants to leave her husband for whatever reason, they're not getting along, whatever. But she's not in a spot to be able to do that. You got to have a job for that. You got to have money coming in for that. Right.
There's
Right.
only so much alimony's going to give you or
Well,
child support.
and not many places like doing alimony anymore. They want you working. They'll be
Yeah.
like, you know what, we might do 6 months of something, but you need to go get a job. So I was trying to say, because she's got big plans. She lives in a historical house and it's awesome. And she wants to do it over and all that. And then I said, you know, you don't really need a project. You need a job with good money coming in. Right. And
Absolutely.
she said, I'm good at sales, but she's hasn't done sales, but she said, I want to do high end bathrooms and stuff. But I just am sitting there thinking to myself, you need to lower your standards a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, ooh, I was buying less expensive stuff than she was at the store. Not that I should be judging what she's buying. I just kept thinking she doesn't realize she's at battle stations. I've been there myself where I was in battle stations and didn't know it, but at least I had income coming in. She's declared war and she has no armaments here. And with a young child too, it's like, oh, darn it. But that's exactly why I wanted to write the book, and I talk about that all the time because she should have been thinking about this maybe 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Having an income where if she wanted to do something different, or what if her husband got hit by lightning? She'd be in an even worse spot than she is right now. Now she feels like it's bad that she's putting up with him, but at least he's got some money. Because what's she going to do without his money? I don't know. It's like, you want to go, what? I know. And as young as she is too, it's like, oh, I want to catch people early, you know, really early. I want to catch people. But then again, my own kid, he's working fast food, which is awesome, but you don't make a lot of money in fast food. And I keep saying, you got to watch what you're doing because you need your money. And he's like, Jackson pays the bills. And I'm like, it's like, So I know. I guess people have to learn all that on their own.
Sometimes it's a hard lesson.
Yeah, evidently. Well, and I guess I learned the hard way, but uh, yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about send out cards. My favorite thing is Facebook espionage. What were you going to say, Valerie?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think of Promptings has sent out a thing on it's not really bulk mail, but they're offering, because the prices are going up, those packages. So I know that, of course, you have the one that's 10 every day, which I don't think they have that anymore. But
Right,
so
right.
I have 50 a month. Okay,
Yes.
that's my package, 50 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking maybe this would be something good because you have until the end of December to use it. Because I'm thinking of when the holidays start to come up.
Oh, you mean the bulk of the group? No, that's a good deal.
Yeah, because I figured, as the holidays are coming up, I mean, 50 cards, I mean, I'm using those 50 for other things. It wouldn't be enough by the time the holidays come.
So you're thinking while it's on sale to buy yes.
that
No, that's a good
package,
idea.
because there
Yeah,
are four
that's a
different
good idea.
packages, but to buy the package, because they're saying they're extending it, because I guess normally it's only for 30 days or 60 days, but they're extending it till the end of December. So I'm thinking for holidays, things
No,
like that.
No, I agree. That's a good idea. Whatever I like to luckily I'm on an old plan or something,
Right.
but before whatever they come out with where the cards are the cheapest per card, I was signing up for whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
What? I think it's a delivery, but sorry. Um, you know, I better look. Somebody came to my, you're gonna love this. Somebody came to my door. This has got to be UPS or something. Um, and didn't say who they were. It's just the UPS guy. It's just the UPS guy, Doug. Yay. No, okay, so 6:30 in the morning. This freaked me out. It shouldn't have, right? It shouldn't have. I went out and walked the dog, came in, went about my life, right? Got my breakfast, did my picture, posted my breakfast, I'm doing all this stuff. And then I noticed when I went to look at the phone for something else that someone had rang my doorbell 1 minute after I had come in. But it was 10 minutes later, so I didn't answer the door because I didn't notice it. And the doorbell doesn't ring at the house, it rings on the phone. And I had set the phone down. So 6:30 in the morning, some man was ringing my doorbell. And I don't what was weird about it is that doesn't sound unusual, but here it is. And I didn't catch him coming on the camera down the driveway. And then he left walking out towards the woods. And I'm like, who was that? And why were they here at 6:30 in the morning? Where did they come from and where did they go?
Ooh.
So I briefly was freaked out by that. I still don't know who it was. I think it was the guy across the street, and the camera didn't pick him up. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that I locked the doors for a while after that one. But yeah, and the dog didn't say anything. How did the dog not say anything? Right. So sorry that freaked me out a little bit. But yeah, no, I think the package is a great idea. And whenever the last 16 years I've been using this, whenever that's why I happen to be on that plan because the price per card makes a difference because I send a lot of cards. So especially if you know you're going to commit to sending a lot of cards, even per day, I would definitely do that. Whatever makes it more affordable. So
Because
yeah,
it's so inexpensive. It's a little bit under $2 a card, and that includes a postage stamp,
I
which just
know.
went up to whatever, 78 cents, 79
Yeah.
cents, something like that.
And it's crazy because I don't even think you can buy a Hallmark card. They're not as thick as these and they're not as personalized as these. So you actually can't even get an equivalent
No.
and definitely not an equivalent at that price. So yeah, I would definitely get a package. I've seen a few other people are getting the package that I got notified of, so you're not the only one thinking yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a great idea. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so too. What was I gonna? Oh, I'm trying to think of what I've got. This is I got Scola, as you know, was a buddy of mine. Her son's getting married, and this was an invitation for the wedding shower. And then brilliantly, she included a QR code for the gift thing. See, that was a good idea. This is the son and the girlfriend. This was for the wedding shower. And then this is for their Amazon wish list. Perfect. That was a good one. I just got one too I got one from Maureen. I got one from Maureen right here. Uh, And this one, and that's a thank you card. And love those. That's awesome. That's cool. And that's a thank you card. Very nice. Thank you, Maureen. Awesome. And this one, oh no, this is a return. I didn't take it off my system yet. I have a system for my system. So, hey Rhonda, hey Joanne, and hey Nancy. And Maureen's back. Yeah, this thing is
Yep.
the best thing ever. What the
I am going to log off the phone and log on the computer. I'll be back.
okay. Yeah, where I was just before this, I had a Zoom at noon. The Go Giver guys are back doing this was called the mentorship meeting, and I was on it. There was I think 12 of us on it, and all it's the old crew. So it was really, really fun because we haven't got together in probably a year and a half now. So, but it was all the old crew except Jeff. He wasn't there. I'm gonna have to aggravate him over that. Hey, buddy, where were you? Be like, where were you? But that's the Go-Givers where I met him to do the book with. So, and they were, of course, they were kidding me about the rules again because they talk about the rules. One of the guys on there, we call him JJ Dynamite because he's so enthusiastic. I mean, the man needs some decaf. But anyway, his favorite, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I think he's Japanese, but he calls it the rule of naughty instead of the naughty rule. The rule of naughty. And that's his favorite, the rule of naughty. So that's pretty funny. So anyway, as far as list wise, I'm working on my 3 lists right now that I'm doing. This morning so far, I did a thank you card for an Avon order. Matter of fact, it was an order from a customer who hasn't ordered in a long time, and she ordered 5 bottles of Odyssey, which was funny. But I try to put in something about the product. I love it when it's a product that I have some trivia that I already know about. Um, Odyssey cologne spray with Avon came out in 1981, and the reason I know that is because that's the year I joined Avon. It was the first big fragrance launch that I was a part of. So so it was nice to include that in the card. I'm so happy you like a fragrance that I like too because it came out in 81. So it gives us something to have a connection with. So I sent that. I didn't do my other 9 yet, but they're coming. What I'm doing is a combination of Avon customers right now are getting a flat card from me that has the expirations of makeup on it. And on the back, there's a picture of me, and it says, it's time to get your refresh of your makeup. And then I've got the Avon Info Only list, which is the prospects that might sign up to sell. And that's the other list I'm working. And then the third one is I pulled everybody in my SendOutCards database from my own zip code, 03281. And I right now have Skin So Soft on hand, and I'm sending cards out every day to people in town, letting them know that I have it on hand. And there's a picture of what I have right now, and that's actually working. I sold some yesterday. It's out in the pickup shed waiting to get picked up. So, yay! It's kind of like an excuse to touch base with them. Because then, like, she ordered what is it, the 25-ounce Skin So Soft original oil. And it was funny. She said, is this the one that the bugs don't like? And I said, I heard that. I heard that from some of my customers. I said, I can't say that because Avon won't let me say that. And she texted me back, wink, wink. I thought that was cute. So, right. But I gave her free one of those straw mats, the one that smells like straw, that one. And right. And she'll be thrilled with that because she doesn't even know she's getting anything, right? So I gave her that and put it out in the shed with the new book. So chances are she'll look that over. And I think that it's helpful to touch base with everybody once in a while. And some of these people, I haven't talked to them or touched base with them in a long time. So the other thing that I was doing that is not using a card, but I could do it using a act, I think. I just haven't done that yet. I've been just texting it regular, is the coupon code was today and tomorrow. And it's a good one today. It's a lot of value to it, the coupon code. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like $100 worth of stuff. So I've been going back in my text messages, going back in the history of my text messages and looking at who I've been going back and forth with. Either they bought something or they asked me something or something like that. And I've just been texting them with the coupon code graphic. And I said, I saw this and I thought of you. we hadn't talked in a little bit, but I thought you might want to see this because it's a good value this time. So, and I already had two of them say they're gonna go on and order something. So it was more of an excuse to reach out to them than it was. I thought this particular code would be good. You know, it was like an excuse to have some interaction with them. But yeah, the mailing that I'm doing to the people in my zip code has the picture of the product. I have a little table with a little display of the Skin So Soft. I keep taking pictures of that and putting it, that's what I'm using to promote it on my social media too. So this is exactly what I've got for a selection today. And then people message me and say, oh, I want that, or I want that out of your selection. So a couple times they've come here and wanted to shop the table instead of me bagging it. And that's fine too. That's fine too. Yay. Oh, and what I sold some things off my marketplace, some of the stuff I fished out of the apartment. Why I say fished out of the apartment, right. Use your imagination how bad that is. Yeah, it's a hoarder's paradise, right? Oh, good Lord. Anyway, I had fished out some plastic drawers and stuff that my mother had and had them out in the office, and two different people came and bought some. Both of them got Avon books. One of them I couldn't get her address. Yang. She either just moved or something. She's not she's not in the places we usually look for that. So I didn't get it, and it didn't have it on Venmo, but I got her last name. But she got a book, so I'll just have to be done with that. So the other one was a friend's kid, so I know her. So yay. Awesome. Oh, anyway, that's the long and short of that. What are you up to, Maureen?
Just got back from a doctor's appointment. What I was saying before when I broke up, because they're doing so much construction on our freeways, was maybe back in the 40s and the 50s, she could have got away with going to the bank to get a loan with just the idea, but not today. They definitely can't do that.
Oh, you have to have some way to repay the loan.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, even in the 40s and 50s, they wanted payments on money they were given. I
But
mean,
I think I think back then though it was easier to get loans.
only if you had a penis.
That's true
Yeah,
too.
back
That's
then,
true
that's
too.
right.
Yeah, that's true too. I
I
keep
mean,
forgetting. I keep forgetting.
you needed a penis and a paycheck.
Yeah,
At
I
least
keep
now,
forgetting that,
right? At least
as
now,
amazing as us women are, we didn't have a lot of the rights back then. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, it wasn't. This seems like it must have been a long time ago. Like I'm older than you, and do you know when I
Not by
bought?
much.
But still, when I bought Hyundai, the Hyundai, that was a $6,000 car at that time. They would not let me take that car without my husband signing for it, and I was the only one working. I was working, he was not working, and they made him sign for it. I wanted a car bad enough I let it go on, but that was the last time I let it go on. After that, I said, are you kidding me? And then they didn't because I pitched enough of a fit. But the first time I didn't want to pitch a fit about it. But that's within not very long, that's within my short lifetime here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even
Yeah.
imagine what my mother did because you couldn't have anything in your own name.
No.
You
Oh my
couldn't get
God.
credit cards in your own, you couldn't do anything in your own, right? Right.
Can you imagine going back to that? Ugh. I
Well, I don't think there's going back to it. There isn't
Yeah,
going
it
back to it.
just
But then again, I think women have to have realistic expectations. They can't sit around demanding the rights without the responsibilities to go with it. Because like this lady that I met at the grocery store this morning, I mean, God love her. I how she thinks that she's, you know what I mean? She's like, I'm a good person. I deserve to have this stuff. But I'm like, what you really need is a job. You need, you need money of your own
yeah.
because she was just bad mouthing the husband. But the reality is he could have got hit by a bus. I think everyone needs to realize that it's
Yeah.
unrealistic to think that you can have stuff provided for you as an adult without, I don't know, working. I
Yes.
don't know.
Yes.
Right. And then
Yeah.
to boot, she wants things that she has some standards, which is awesome. But I'm not sure without a decent income you can have some standards like that. You almost have to get, you gotta be eating some macaroni and cheese for a while you and because
Hmm.
she said I can't find a job because the daughter doesn't like it when she works. And I'm like, well, the daughter's going to have to toughen up a little bit because you need to work.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to be
Yeah.
blunt with her, and she didn't need to hear that, I'm sure. Matter of fact, hugging was involved. And as I'm walking out the store, because she was crying, I'm hugging her in the store. I'm walking out the store, and I thought to myself, even 2 years ago, who would have ever thought that I'd be the one hugging somebody at the store? Who would think that I'd be the one doing that? But even though I did that, trying to get her to calm down, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, you need a job. You need to work.
Yeah.
You're in a pickle and it's you gotta work. It's just well, but I don't know how that's gonna work out for her. I feel so bad for her. But I think that's why I'm always on my soapbox about it because it's not always all the circumstances I've seen is different. This one's a little bit different where they're still living together and he has some money. So it could be worse, but she doesn't realize it. He could have died. That's worse,
Mhm.
and I've seen that plenty. Usually they're older than her, so she's actually not in that bad of a spot if she would just get out there. I said, you're focusing on what you want to do at the house. If I were you, I would focus on getting some money of your own. Get a job, sell something, do something, because all of these problems are going to work themselves out if you have your own money. And she's like, he ought to be giving me more money. Well,
Mhm.
I don't know if it works that way.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Mm.
So I don't know. And
Yeah.
and speaking of which, this can be money too.
This could be money too. Yes.
This can be
Yeah.
money too. I've only ever done send out cards and like a side hustle thing. I'm just trying to cover my bill. This is one of those services, why I do it. This is one of those services that whether or not I was able to earn on the affiliate program thing, I would still be using the service because I like it
Hmm.
that much. It's done that much for my business. I swear to you, I would not be earning the money I earn with Avon without it. I don't see how I would have because I've just used it too much. I mean, I've sent 96,000 cards in the last 16 years. That's insanity. And how would I have? I wouldn't have been able to pay for that kind of personal touch the way it's worked.
Mm-mm.
It's just so good.
And the other day, I a couple weeks ago, I sent cards. I think I talked about this last week. I did the what was your favorite 70s
Oh yeah,
song or whatever.
from the
Well,
post.
the one lady, yeah, the post. The one lady was the Bee Gees. She is absolutely positively in love with Barry Gibb. Um, so I sent, the card and I got the song. And what I did is I did the song and then I went to Google and I got the album cover
Oh,
from the song. So I posted that, but I also put a picture of the Bee Gees on it. Well, she is so in love with it that she posted that on her regular wall
nice.
as a, look what my friend made me, but
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
and I thought that was fantastic. Um, I don't think I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of it, any business out of it, but that's not the reason I sent it to her. I sent it to her because she posted and I wanted something different to
No,
do
it's
with for
good,
my
good
card.
juju. It's like good juju out there in the karma
That's
world.
right.
No, that's
Yes.
awesome. You made her day. Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. And matter of
Oh,
fact, she sent me a thank you card, and then today I got another thank you card from her.
oh, that's
Yep.
awesome.
And that was one of my questions. I was kind of hoping Peg was going to be on because I wanted to ask her, um, do you send thank you cards for thank you cards?
I think it depends on the situation, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that. Or instead of saying thank you for the thank you, maybe choose a just because one instead, or so, or I liked your card or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you can send too many
Yeah, because
cards. It's
I
just,
get a lot of thank you cards,
and that's
and
awesome.
I'm like, do I send another card? So what I've been doing is I think I have a picture of a baby giraffe, and I put that on the front. I do a flat card because I like sending all different kinds of cards.
Yeah.
And I do a flat card and I put some message, but I also have another card that says something to the effect of you put brightness out in the world, kindness, something about kindness. So I'll send that one. Um, I
Well,
send that one to a lot of people.
how about going on their social media and using that for an excuse to do an espionage? Because sometimes when I get a card, I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't want to just send any card. I'll go look and see, and maybe by chance they posted something I can use to send them another card. Maybe that.
Well, right now I'm a little skittish about doing espionage.
Oh, why? Oh, because that one person.
That one person, that
Oh,
one
what the heck with that
person.
one person? If I
That
didn't
was
do
it.
stuff, remember the naughty rule? We were just talking about this in the Go Giver Success Alliance. JJ Dynamite loves the naughty rule. He says the rule of naughty, but it's if you're not getting in trouble once in a while, you're just not trying hard enough. So you got to say, "Oh, good, I got in trouble, so I must be trying harder than I was thinking." This
Yep.
is
And
awesome.
what she put in her letter, which made me giggle. It did make me giggle. It
I hope
was
you burnt
that
it. You burnt the letter
I
by
shredded
now.
it right after that
Thank you.
conversation we had.
Thank
But
you. Thank you.
she said the one thing she said in her letter was, and then you put a QR code that didn't go anywhere.
Oh, no, you know what? I didn't say this before, but I will say this. So I get both kinds. I get yelling at you letters or emails or whatever it is. And of course I get ones that are nice ones that then they
Mhm.
send you cards and nice stuff. I had a box, I think that might be that one. Oh no, it's this one right here. That box up there that has some of those in it. So when I get one that somebody's yelling at me or someone's yelling at me a thing, if I feel bad about it, I light that one on fire, but I go get the box of the good ones. And I said, you know what? This one lady is cracked because look at this one and look at this one. And this one was nice. And this one I made this lady's day. So keep some of the good ones so
Mhm.
that you can realize you have one bad one and a box of good ones.
I
So it's her. She's the problem, not you.
she was just a lunatic.
Right,
Um,
right. That's why you can't let her get free rent in your head.
yeah,
You got to
no,
release her into the
it was
universe.
just I was such a shock. But I have the letter from the mom of the little boy that
Oh,
passed. I have
yeah.
that letter that I keep because in that letter she says that her little boy, matter of fact, it's right here on my desk. She said that her little boy called the cards that I sent the cool cards. I got a cool card. And
Now,
so
see,
I
she
have that letter.
cancels out that other crazy lady. She can't
Yes.
sit. Yes.
Yeah.
So
But
you got to
here's my
just
thing.
block the other lady.
Here's my suggestion. If you don't want somebody to send you a picture, don't post a freaking picture on Facebook.
Right. Right. But I mean, almost no matter what you do,
Yeah.
somebody at some point, if you send out enough stuff, cards, posts, whatever you're doing, somebody is going to harass you or give you negative energy. The best that you can do is listen, realize it's negative, and then release them back from whence they came so they
Yeah.
don't infect you because that's why in my team page I'm not putting up with any of
Oh,
that. Now that we have more
no.
people in there and they're not from my team, I'm not putting up with anything. If they have any comment that I think is in any way negative, they're going. And I'm not explaining myself. I'm not sorry about it. I because I'm just trying to protect everybody's positive juju.
Yep. And
And the only way to
she
do that is to keep them out.
yep, and she immediately got deleted out of the database.
Yeah, there you go. And
She's
you don't
gone.
even have to, and just think, a few months from now, you're not even going to remember her name.
Hmm.
Because I've had plenty of people write me, give me a hard time, do all kind of stuff. Because if you know enough people, you're just going to have that. A percent of them are going to be
Well, then I
I say
guess I made it.
chuckleheads.
Well, then I guess I made it, right, Valerie? I made it.
You made it.
I made
Good for you.
it. Oh, and then on the back of her envelope, she put a sticker with a fence, and right above the fence, she put boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to stop thinking about it. You're thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know it's hard because I've had, right, people like, I think it was harder too when like I'd be speaking in front of an audience and I got paid to speak in front of the audience and somebody would hassle me while I was on stage. They would either be arguing with me outright, right in front of everybody. You know what I mean? That was hard to take it. I'm like, why did you come here? Why did you pay to see me? If why?
Right.
Why? But usually it's all about them. I mean, they've got some issue or personality defect or whatever it is. The best thing that I could do is just try to get off their radar as fast as I could and move on to someone else. I mean, it
Yeah.
was, and it's tough. I think it's tough, but the faster you can train yourself to forget her and anyone that does that to you, the better you'll be, I think. Because there's going to be those people that you can't, there's no way to weed them out. They don't wear shirts either. I wish they would wear like little tags or you know,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
right. I'm an a-hole. I'm an a-hole.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just so funny. So anyway, but I still do like doing espionage. I do like it. It's fun.
Well, in the majority of the time, you're making someone's day.
Exactly.
So you don't want to not do it just because that one lady has a personality flaw, which is
Yeah.
right. How would you like to be married to her?
Right?
Right. How would you like to
Right?
work with her? I mean, there's a bunch of, whenever I run into someone like that, I'm thinking to myself, oh, bless her husband, bless her, or coworkers or whatever it is. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my niece had a baby a few months ago and she was premature, but she's doing phenomenal now.
Oh,
So
nice.
she posts a lot of pictures of the baby. So I'll do a montage or I'll do on the and I do flat cards and I send them to my sister, my niece, and my mom. And I said, at some point, Mom, I got to stop sending these pictures of the baby because you guys are going to run out of room to put all these cards.
You know, I got in trouble from my nephew for sending the class pictures because they said we were going to send them at Christmas and you went ahead and sent them already. Oh, sorry.
Ooh. Yep.
Right. Oopsie.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Right.
for the 4th of July, they cut a pumpkin and they put her in the pumpkin or a watermelon and they put her in the
Oh,
watermelon.
oh,
So of
that's
course I
cute.
had to put that on a card,
Cute.
because these are all these firsts for the baby.
That is so
So, but it was so
cute.
funny. And my sister and I are 5 years apart, so we've never been extremely close because of the age difference.
Right.
And
Right.
she messaged me the other day and she said, "Thank you so much for all the cards of the baby." She says, "I'm loving them." And then I'm like, "Well, there's more. There's more coming."
You know what? Let me share and just do one all the way up to the address because YouTube doesn't like it when I put someone's address there. So let's do it up to the address. And so you can see how easy it is, though. Is that okay with everybody?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes,
You don't mind, Valerie?
not at all.
Thank you. Because I realize when we're just sitting here talking, people don't always necessarily can tell how easy this is. So this is, I'll show you when you first sign into your account, uh, the dashboard is where you land. And this is the dashboard right here. Um, my favorite part of the dashboard is this, which today is Thursday. You'll notice I'm on track with my 10. I did it. I had to go do errands this morning, so I got 9 more to do, but I did do my customer thank you already. But let's just go on to Facebook and get an espionage. And how this works is I go on the regular feed, and oh, there's me with the chillaxing with the fan. Yay! I was thanking Myra Cheadle. Yeah. Okay. Let's find. So the idea is to scroll here and find a person. Oh, actually, why don't we do the one with Myra? So I'll go get Myra's picture with her fan and then my picture with my fan and put them on the front of the card. Okay, so how you save it from Facebook is you'd click on it and then you right click and save the image, and it's going to save it in my downloads folder. Okay. And then I'm going to go to Myra's Facebook page, which I looked her up a minute ago. So yeah, it has her in here already. So Myra Cheadle. And then I went photos because I'd remembered that she posted that. And look at here, there's pictures of hers with the fan. So let's do this one. That's a cute picture of her.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw this picture of her, I went, oh, what's that fan? And then my second thought immediately was, I wonder if it comes in blue. And sure enough, so save image. And that's going to go in the download section. So this is a Facebook espionage right here. So now I'm going to go on SendOutCards. And here is this is called the catalog page, the front of it. And I'm going to go down here to build your own. And then I'm going to pick this one because I'm going to have the two pictures, mine and hers, next to each other. So I'm going to pick that orientation. And then printed card delivered by mail. 2-panel is what I want. And then I'm going to wait for this to load because the squirrels are running the internet out here in Where today. There we go. And then up here is the layouts. And I'm going to pick the two layouts here. And then I'm going to click on that and put the picture, upload Myra's picture. Click on upload photo. And I'll put Myra in the first box. And on the front cover, for some reason, there's a glitch where you have to click on it for it to go over there. And then the second box, I'm going to put Lisa with her little fan, the blue one. Don't you love it when I talk about myself in the third person? Yeah, here we go. Yay. And then this is something new that we can do. I don't know if you all caught this, but we can now add a text block to any panel. Used to be you could only add one text block to the front panel. Now they fixed it so you can add 5 text blocks if you want, and on inside panels too. So I'm going to click on that and see it gives me a text block. I'm going to click twice and I'm going to write thank you. And then let me move I'm going to make that into the handwriting one, homemade apple. That actually looks like my own handwriting, is why I like that one. And I'm going to see it comes out a little funny, so you have to put a return there and a return at the end to make the writing show. And then if you click away from it and then click back on it, then you can move it. See the cross hatch? That means I can press down and move it. Okay. So then I'm going to say that. And then if you click on the border, you can do a color here. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to go inside and let's give her some flowers on the top here. Yay, I love flowers. I got a picture of a sandwich. Isn't that awesome? What am I doing? Oh, blue flowers. Those are beautiful. And then I'll probably put another flower because I don't have a lot to say, so I want to make it a small amount that I have to say to fill the box. So let's give her, how about the one, there's one with a butterfly on here that I like. Where's that one? There it is. And then I'll just say a giant thank you, Myra, for showing your neck fan. I absolutely love it. And I even got one in blue. And then I'm going to write Team Blue. Uh, oh, what else was I going to write? Oh, where was this when I had menopause? Okay. Am I not spelling that right? Oh, it's O, menopause. See you soon in Vegas. Your buddy, Lisa. Whoa. Oh, I should say something else. Your buddy and Avon's sister, Lisa Wilber. Okay. So I should have started out by making that my own font, but I can fix that by highlighting it, going to the font thing under custom, and that's my personal handwriting right there. There, so that's my own handwriting. And then if you click somewhere up there, you can go to the panel color, and I usually just do that to put something in the back. Okay. So the only thing left to do would be the send, and that would include her address, so I won't do it. But that's how easy it is to do a really personalized card. Those are my pictures that I got. That's my own handwriting font, and that's us on the front. I think she'll think that's cute.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Yay. So that's how easy it is. Hi, Nancy. So that's what we're doing. So how are you guys doing on your I do 10 a day, but whatever you decided, how are you doing on your own personal commitment, whether it's 1 a day or 10 a day? Are
I'm
you're
getting
doing it,
there.
Maureen?
Yep. Matter of fact, we have to go to California on Monday. And I said to Sean, I gotta bring my laptop. And he's like, because you gotta do your cards. And I'm like, yep, I need to bring my laptop.
You know, when I'm at Thai, sometimes I do them on the phone. The ones the phone, there's two apps for the phone for send out cards. One of them's for sending cards. The other one is the Pro app, and that's the back office stuff. The sending cards one, this is the grid here for the choices. One of those choices is my cards. So those cards that you see me send all the time, you can do it from the phone. Just if you're going to use one that's already created, just to let you know that. I'm sure you already knew that, but
Yeah, mine does this. I don't know if you can see it. All it does is zoomies. It does zoomies.
I mean, maybe reload it or get an update. Are you sure it's the
Yeah.
card sending one? You haven't been using
Yes.
it. You haven't been
No,
using it?
I
Okay.
don't use it because all it does is give me zoomies.
Okay, I would uninstall it and reinstall it again or something using the link from their site. Just because sometimes sometimes I don't want to lug the laptop. Like I don't know if I'm bringing that all the way to California. I mean to Vegas,
To
my
Vegas.
laptop for 3 days. I'll just in that case, what I'll do is I'll make it easy on myself. So I'll take one of the lists with me and I'll do 10 on the same list or bring two lists and bring five and five. I just won't send anything that I like. I won't do an espionage that needs more work than, although that one I just did, I could have done that on the phone and that
Mhm.
wouldn't have been a bad thing to do, a hard thing to do, I should say. But some of the others, I get it. If I want to do more with it, it's easier to do it on the laptop for sure.
Yeah, and then if that's I didn't even think about that. I can fix my app, and then all I have to do is bring my birthday list.
Right, and
Bring my
then you're not lugging anything you weren't lugging before except the list.
Right. I can bring my birthday list and then go just mail out the birthday list.
But maybe uninstall and install it. That might do it. Are you on an
Yeah,
Android? Android?
I'm on an Android.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's supposed to work on both. So
yeah. I'm
Maybe
Hold
it's
on
a
a minute.
different
He's
one though.
calling me.
I think on SendOutCards it has the ones. How are you doing, Nancy?
Sorry, I had to unmute.
That's
Um,
all right.
I'm doing okay. I'm still trying to get some time to sit down and figure out what plan I want to use and
Oh,
get
okay.
started on these send out cards. So in the meanwhile, I'm just getting all
Oh
gleaming all
no, that's good. That's good
your
too.
ideas and
That's good too. Well, one of my new Avon reps in my first, she wants to do send out cards too, but she wants time to figure it out like you're doing too. And in the meantime, she's handwriting her cards. And
yeah,
that's
that's what
fine
I've
too.
been doing.
Yeah, that's fine too. She does thank you cards. It's Mary. If you've been on Team Time Tuesday, Mary, she's doing a bang up job.
Yeah,
She used to do Discovery Toys. Um, this has been, I think she still does Discovery Toys, but not in the way she used to. But this has been a whole different experience for her because when you say I rep for Discovery Toys or Arbonne or a few other ones, what is one of the first things the person says? What's that? Where this we don't have that with Avon, they don't have, nobody said to her, "What's that?" Although,
right. They
although
say,
the
oh, they're still
story,
around.
right, which is almost as bad, right? Um, although I know at the gas station this morning at the Shell, that was funny. I come in, two of the girls are all excited. One of them comes running up for a book. One of the customers, the man customer, was laughing because they were making such a big deal about the Avon thing. But the young girl who was slinging chicken in the back at the Shell, right? She said, "I've never heard of Avon. What's Avon?" And we're all going, "Oh my God, what are you talking about?" On. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's like you need to get out more.
Yeah, where you been?
Yeah. But I gave them two books. When the first one came up to me, she said, I haven't seen Avon forever. I can't believe you're driving an Avon van. I said, "Oh, let me give you a book. Matter of fact, let me give you two, one for you and one for a friend, because I had two sitting on my front seat. So that worked out awesome. But I said to the guy was laughing because they were making such a big deal. And I said to him, I wish I got that kind of reception everywhere I went because he was thinking it was funny. But but yeah. And actually send out cards a little kind of like that where when you say send out cards, they don't get what it is at first. You have to find a way to, and I personally like dragging some cards around with me because I don't know when someone's going to say something to me. And when you first say send out cards, they assume it's an e-card, which now it can be. But I like to show them one that's all personalized and everything so they realize the thickness of the paper and all that stuff
Yeah,
is,
they are very nice quality.
yeah, way more impressive than a Hallmark one, I think. Um, and the amount of personalization, including our own pictures and all that stuff, is awesome. It's just it's not as well known. I think that's
Right.
the thing that's the hard part following anything following Avon because Avon is such a huge brand name still that hard to beat that for recognition in the marketplace, right?
Right.
Right. You know what? The comment I get most about my Avon cards that I send, like to prospects and customers and stuff, is they think I bought them from the company, from Avon, because I take pictures off the site and put them in the grid, and it looks pretty professional when you do it that way,
Hmm.
I think, when you include so many company pictures. So if that's what they want to think, that's fine too. Right. Right. And well, actually, Mary, that's how she ended up wanting to do it because she said, all these systems that you use that have worked for you, I want to just plug in and use them too. Because if it worked for you, it might work for me. I want to find out if it's going to work for
Me
me.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead, Maureen.
Do you remember how I was nervous about putting my ad on the back? So
Yes.
I never did it. Well, you also know that I'm in a few groups that send cards. Well,
Yeah.
I sent a birthday, I think it was the birthday card to somebody, and she posted it in the group. And she posted the whole thing, including the back.
Perfect.
And I said, and I said, "You're welcome. I'm so glad you like the card." And she messaged back, "I loved it. Nothing negative about the ad on the back,
And
nothing at all."
she included the back because she wanted to help you get business.
Yes.
See, you're denying them the ability to help you
Yeah.
if you don't include it, because people do want to help you. I think people want
Yeah.
to help promote your business, and that just
So
gives them a way to do it.
all these years I was fighting that because I was like, I I didn't want it to look like it was all about me. And you and Deanna talked me into doing it, and I did it, and there's been no flack.
No, I think it's when you make it just who you are. I don't think, because when I send you a card with my thing on the back, you don't go, "What a self-promoter." Although I would consider that a compliment, but not everyone would. I get that, but
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
because I always do it every card. I haven't had. They may say it behind my back for all I know, but I don't actually care because I'm not asking
Yeah.
them for money. I'm out here earning my own money, and part of that is letting everybody know what I do.
Yeah. I just fought it for so long because I thought, it was going to be not self-running, but it was going to be all about me. And when she posted that, I was like, she didn't say anything negative. Okay, good. Because I got kicked out of that other group because I put the Avon on the envelope. So I
But
got
that
kicked out
was
of it.
one person decided that. That's like that
And
other
now
woman,
I'm wondering
Jill.
if it's that woman.
Right. Well, and that's why you can't base decisions on what to do on one person's reaction, because it doesn't mean that everybody has a problem with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna have people say stuff, but yeah, I guess I just got to the point where I don't care if they say stuff because I'm supporting myself. At least I'm not, I'm not trying to get money out of them because able to support myself. And part of that is letting everybody know what I do. So
Mhm.
if you have a problem with me letting everybody know what I do, does that mean you want to pay my bills?
Yeah.
Because, right? I won't tell you what Bib says the three F's are. He says, right, you know right away, Valerie, what right. He said, well, I'll tell you what two of them are, and you can use your imagination on the third one. Biv says, which makes sense if you think about it. You don't have a right to have an opinion about my life unless you're feeding me, financing me, or right. Unless you're doing one of them three things, you have no right to talk about what I'm doing. I think that's pretty genius, actually, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're gonna end up. eh, Matter of fact, maybe there should be a class about that, and salesmanship is getting a harder shell around yourself so you repel, because there's definitely always going to be people saying stuff, and usually it's not even about you. It's usually they have some insecurity, or they have had a bad experience, or like that other lady just has a personality flaw, and you end up hearing about it, but it's really not about you because you're not doing anything unusual or wrong. It's
Right.
usually about them. Somehow they have a unrealistic expectation about life in general. But yeah, no, I know, but it's definitely hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes, but I'm slowly getting a thicker skin. I'm slowly getting a thicker skin, but it's taken me a while. I mean, look at you. You got locked out from Facebook, and I immediately thought you were bad at me and unfriended me.
no, I and I didn't even think that at first, that anyone would think that. I thought, oh, gee. Well, and I think one of the things that I've had to really work on is when people say negative stuff, not taking it personally. The other thing is being calm when something happens like that. So I didn't have a big giant reaction. I just thought, I'll Google and see what other people did. I'll do whatever I can do to fix this. But in the long run, if I don't ever get back on, I've just got to have alternate plans. So what am I going to do for an alternate plan to get as many people to know what I'm doing as I get on Facebook? So I immediately started working on what else I'm going to do. And I think being calm is a hard skill. You know what I mean? I could run around screaming with my head chopped off, but it's not going to make me any money. And and that's hard though. It's hard not to have a big giant emotional reaction. It's hard, but I just have to, I don't know, keep it separate. Although, I get flack from that and like from my relatives and stuff. Like when I got divorced and stuff, I didn't have some big giant reaction. Even, you know what the funny one was, when I adopted Alex, we were at the judge's chamber and they all thought I should be crying. And it took what was like, it was like 2 years or three. The kid was 2 or 3 by the time we finally got there to sign the papers because there was little goof ups here and little goof ups there. We had to do all this stuff to get the paperwork done. I was just so relieved we were there and got it done that I wasn't crying because to me it was something that we just had to go through. And they were all looking at me like, why aren't you having some big reaction here? So it's like, to me, most things are things I'm working on to get done. And there's a little checklist, and having an emotional reaction doesn't help me get it done. So I think that helped me in business too,
Mm.
because that's true. Like when we have a goof up at Avon, like the shipping problem, if I'd have just had a big giant reaction and posted about it and talked about how bad it was and called all my customers, told them how bad it was, it wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have got my box here faster. It certainly would. You know what I mean? And there were a whole bunch of people actually quit over that.
I know.
But in my mind, they were waiting to quit. They were waiting for an excuse to quit. And that
Mhm.
just was handy because why would you quit over a business shipping delay is
And
what they quit over.
yeah, and speaking of a business shipping delay, I ordered I ordered something off the TikTok shop on July 7th.
Mhm.
I did not realize I was actually ordering it from China.
Mm.
And it's
Oh,
sitting in Los Angeles somewhere. It's finally
yeah.
made it to the United States.
I look now because I don't want stuff to wait if I don't want to wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea it was actually coming from China because it said it'll ship in 2 to 3 days. So I was like,
Oh, right. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that.
yeah, yeah. So it has finally made it to the United States. But I did put a post that I was no longer going to order off the TikTok shop because I had 3 orders in the same week that got all messed up. So I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
for right now, I'm just not going to order off the TikTok shop. There's got to be something going on. I didn't mean never, and I'm not going to quit looking at the stuff, and eventually I'll go back. But it was like, are you kidding me? And then when I read the people's posts about the shipping, I'm like, really? You got to be kidding. Yeah, I
Well,
get
I'm
it,
glad
but
my
yeah,
little fan thing didn't come from because this is the awesomest thing ever.
yeah, it
Although I'm
was
going to
just,
bring this with me this weekend, and I know Ty's going to want one. I'm going to
you should
like,
have just got him one.
I should have, but I didn't know how awesome it was. He's definitely going to want one. And it was funny because when I was telling him about it, I said, I don't know why, but the fan going up in your hair just cools your whole head. I'm sure. And I said to him, oh, I'm sure it'll still cool your bald head. Because he's like, he doesn't have any hair.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll still cool his bald head. But he's going to love that thing. I have to get him in a different color one. He'll probably want gray or black. He's not going to want blue. Because we went through that with the cups, the thermos cups. We both have one now, different colors, so we know what we're doing. Anyway, it is 2 o'clock, so I'm going to end the recording and go. But we have a thing. If you happen to be Avon representatives, which I know many of you are, there's a thing at 3, the Beauty Mastery thing. And if you attend that, it's a 1-hour training, I think. You get a certificate that you could show to your customers, put it on the front of a card, and use it as like an announcement or like a press release kind of deal to send to your customers. It would be a good excuse. That's why I'm attending, is to get my little certificate that I can tell my customers about.
Yeah.
So that's coming up at 3. So you got about an hour to have a snack or something. And I will put this recording up on YouTube. And thank you very much. And if you ever need help, just reach out to me. We can pop on a Zoom or something. I can help you work out a issue if you'd like. And thank you for co-hosting, Maureen. I always appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. I love and appreciate you, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.